My name is Christopher Stillar. I'm just your average, ordinary guy. I've been married to my high school sweetheart for over 20 years, and I'm the father of 4 children. I live a typical life, ordinary in every way. Oh yeah, did I mention? I hear and see dead people. I'm a spiritual medium, and this is my story. In the mid-90s, a traumatic and serious health crisis, combined with the death of my beloved grandmother, changed my life in ways I could never have predicted. Now it is I who is changing lives. Real people in real pain, dealing with unimaginable grief, getting the chance to connect one more time with those they loved and lost. Changing people's lives and healing their souls with the help of their loved ones in spirit is my daily work, it's my passion, and my life's purpose. Welcome to my world, and welcome to Seeking Spirit.
Hi, I'm Melissa. I'm coming to Chris for the first time, and I am hoping to hear from my mom and my grandma.
I want to welcome you, Melissa, and I want to thank you for coming. First thing, just remind you, yes or no only if you can. First thing that I want to say to you is prior to your arrival, I was aware of 2 females coming through. Both are older or both coming in above you. I don't know if there's 2 mother figures for you past, and I know you can't have 2 mothers, but there's 2 mother figures or 2 older females coming through, and I'm not even convinced they're at the same level or the same generation, if the truth be known. I do want to talk about 2 scenarios or 2 things that were coming up probably the last hour, 45 minutes before you getting here. 2 totally different scenarios of death or feeling of passing that come through. One is fast and sudden in the way that the passing comes through and would be shocking for people because it's unexpected, okay? And I don't know if there's like a burst or a rupture of an artery or what this is. And the second aspect is what feels more like a drawn out illness feeling that would be either like a cancer or a debilitating health aspect, but they come in polar opposites of the way they die. But I have 2 women coming through. Do you understand these connections?
Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't mean you won't get more people, but these are the 2 that are coming through. I want to say to you, when I was running through my setup and explanations of how I work, there was a female talking about what I would classify as typically a celebration or a happy occasion coming up that I felt like you're not looking forward to, or there's like resistance on your part with. I do feel like you're going to participate, so suck it up. I don't know if you really have an option, and in fact you might have options, but it didn't feel like you did, and you're going to be doing this and you're going to get through it, and it ultimately will be fine, and I think you know that. You don't need me telling you that, but she just makes me feel like she knows how, what I would call apprehension about this. Try not to put too much focus on the fear aspect or what you think you're worried about in regards to it, and just go with it, she says, okay? And understand that she is with you and around you and a part of this as well. So if I talk about mom, you understand that, correct? If I talk about a grandmother, do you understand possibly, based on the 2 ways of death that I've described? The thing I need to tell you is, and I hope I'm not reversing this, when I talk more of a sudden death and unexpected and the shocking aspect, do you understand why I would get like a vascular issue with this? She keeps saying, not because she caused it necessarily or anything like that, but what I heard prior was, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. So there's something where I feel like she didn't maybe deal with something, or she didn't know something was as serious as what it was, and I don't even know what kind of time frame or window, but she's apologizing for the time of her death in the duration of years for you and what you've been left without her in the physical sense. Need you to know that she's very much with you. What I'm about to say had come up prior to your arrival to the office as well. You have 2 brothers? Okay, because I need to include or acknowledge them. The other aspect that I need to say is, she makes me feel, and she was quite chatty. I don't know what she would have been like in life, but she was quite chatty leading up to this, in that you are learning or understanding that you can't fix everything for the brothers, the dad, the people in your life. But I think that's been a long progressional road for you where you tried to make everything right for them, is the feeling she gave me. And although she's proud of you, Melissa, for doing that, she understands how draining it is on you. And I feel like she's not telling you nothing new. What I think is really good is it's almost like you've thrown a switch, and literally you get it now, or you're and it's a process, but it's like, now I get it. And she's very proud of you about this, for making the transition. But a lot of responsibility, I feel like I don't think it was put on you. I think you placed it on you in some ways, and those days are done. Those days are done. You filled the bills, she said, for what needed to be done, and she's very moved by that. But she almost wishes for you. There's something else I need to say too that came up, and it's just come back to me. You're going to be one of these people, Melissa, that has their life unfold in a reverse order. So as you get older, that's when the childlike stuff kicks in for you, where you get to have your childhood. Because I feel like previously, earlier on, too much responsibility, too much worry, too much fear, and struggle. Now, when I say this, I don't feel like you had a horrible life, so I don't want to portray it that way, but it's an internal thing, pressure and emotional for you, that she's referencing, being very connected with and aware. But it's almost like the older you get, it's like your life will be one of the ones that are almost in reverse. Your kids will get older, and then it's like childhood will kick in, and you'll get to do the things you want to do. Can I also ask you, whether living or deceased, why, prior to you getting here, during the chatty time of information, there would be a female B name that would be coming up that would be acknowledged, whether living or deceased? I don't know if it's Bev or Barb or what, but there's something with the B connection that I feel like, I don't know if it's mom or the grandmother, but was the grandmother like a mom to you? Mm-hmm. Because that's why I gotta keep saying two mums, two mums. Is the B name one of theirs?
Yeah.
Okay, so I probably am not hearing it correctly, but just know that for that like 45-minute time period before your arrival, the B name was coming over and over with all the other information.
Okay.
She's happy about a ring. She's happy about the ring. I don't know what that means, but she literally just got like excited and very energetic with her energy, saying, I'm happy for you about the ring. You're wearing?
I put her ring on this morning before coming here.
It's not something you often wear? Okay. She's like, I'm happy about the ring, and she wants you to know she's aware about the ring. She got all excited about it. So if that's not something that you always wear, then that's why she will bring it up to you, okay? Is it, I probably shouldn't ask, but I want to separate. Is mom the one that went quick or fast, unexpected?
Yes.
I don't know if she's found or if somebody would come upon her after the fact, but I feel like this is redundant to say there's no way to save her. I think she was already gone, is the feeling. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. I have to tell you, there's a state or a point where there was pain. There was like uncomfortableness, so she's not going to sugarcoat it that way. It's what I would call relatively brief. But there's a state of like being unconscious before she dies. So I can't talk about somebody that just has a coronary or embolism or aneurysm or whatever this is and drops dead, and they're dead before they hit the ground. I do feel like there's a period of time where she's unconscious, and then the transition comes. So again, I don't know if you can validate that or not, but she wants to talk about that place or that time period being very peaceful and that she didn't suffer. Okay, so I don't know if people question or worry about this. Is that kind of the scenario? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you know why she talked about the miscarriage? Mm-hmm. She's got that child with her. Good. She needs you to know that, okay? And you need to know that that child is safe, okay? You have 2 boys living. I don't know the deal, I don't know the why, but she's showing me a male in spirit with her, okay? Did you notice? your mom's out of your physically out of your life at an early age for you. She just kind of smirked, not about the passing, but in that time period that you would have had with her, the short period of time, you picked up a lot from her, she says, or you took on a lot from her, and you wouldn't even be aware of it because it has a lot to do with your own ability as being a mother. And she's very proud of you about this. So some of it could be genetic, or it's intrinsic in you because of, when you give birth, maybe it's something that comes naturally for women. I don't know, but she's making me feel like you did acquire a lot from her, because I don't know what your memories are or what the reality is, but I feel like she was a good mom. So that was just the connection she's bringing up. I'm very proud of you for that. Do you know why she talked about the miscarriage? She's got that child with her.
Good.
She needs you to know that, okay? And you need to know that that child is safe, okay? You have 2 boys living. I don't know the deal, I don't know the why, but she's showing me a male in spirit with her, okay? Did you know the sex?
No.
Too early? Okay. So you believe me or you don't, but she's showing me the infant, and that I felt like was a miscarriage, and she keeps talking about her grandson with her, and that they're safe. And she's watching over him. Was there one that you weren't sure if you miscarried?
Yeah.
There's one you're clear about, one you're not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I got one over there. So she wants to clarify that for you. So I don't know how much in question. Here you go.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. I don't know how much in question you are about. I'm not sure if I was pregnant and lost or what, but one you're definite about.
Yeah.
One you speculate, but she makes me feel like I only have the one.
Okay.
So I don't know. But there is a soul connected to that little guy, and there is a person and a personality connected to that little guy, and he was never meant to walk the earth, she says. So just know that. Well, do you know where the close call would come in? It's happened. It's not something you got to be feared about or fearful of. The close call with a child, and I don't mean they were unconscious or anything, but a scary moment around water.
Yeah.
Because she's bringing that up.
Yeah.
Is this for one of your kids?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't honestly feel like it's like on the fringe of life or death, but I do get like an oh shit moment, and kind of caught off guard and a panicky feel. And then of course everything resolves or works out. But I don't know when this was, Melissa, but she's bringing it up. And again, I feel like she was watching that child. She was there around him. So it just, I don't know how many of these moments she'll bring up. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
How long ago was that? Like, are we talking a year or two, or?
No, like 2 months ago.
2 months ago, around the
Give or
water
take.
issue?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just know that she was present. She's not saying she kept him alive or prevented catastrophe. It wasn't his time, plain and simple, but that she was there, and she was trying to bring comfort and order to the scene. And then it calms down very quickly afterwards. Like, it's like, oh. So don't beat yourself up over that.
Okay.
Seriously, that's what she says. Don't beat yourself up over that.
Okay.
At this point in time, do you have any questions?
I have one. When I was younger, I thought that I saw my mom, and I just want to know if it was just my imagination or if it was her.
Well, she laughs. She acknowledged already that you were a creative child and imagination-wise, but you're not that good, she says. So what you witnessed or what you saw, she's telling me, was real, and you didn't make it up. And the reason you didn't make it up was because you weren't even thinking of her or approaching any reason to forecast the fact that she would be there. So I don't know what that means, other than it kind of caught you off guard. And she's like, learn to trust that. Any reason? She wasn't by stairs, right, when you seen this?
her with stairs close enough, I guess.
I just feel like I'm by the stairs, or she keeps showing me a set of stairs that I feel like for some reason she keeps linking me to visually. So
Okay.
I don't know why, but she makes me feel like something about the stairs, the connection with.
Okay.
Why does she want to grab your one brother by the ear and haul his ass up like he's got to smarten up? I almost feel like my grade 8 teacher, Mrs. Bigham. She would grab my earlobe or other kids and march us down to the hall. But it's like, I'm sure if we had suspenders, she'd grab us by that, but we didn't wear them. But I just feel like she's grabbing him by the ear, and it's like, he's got to smarten up.
Yeah.
Like, ask you for your dad. I don't know when Dad's birthday would be coming up, but is it a big one, or is there a reason why we should be planning something that I don't think we are, but we should be?
Yeah.
Like, is that like I don't need to know his age, but is it a number-based reason? Because she's like, you kids might want to put some thought into that. Seriously, like, and not just you, because I do feel like if something's going to get done, guess who's going to do it? Typically.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like she's wrapping your knuckles, but I feel like get the other two involved and give them a responsibility. I feel like your dad deserves this, and do something. It doesn't have to be grand or, a lot of work, but put some thought into it. How far off is his birthday?
It's not till November.
Okay. So give it some thought or some planning to do something nice for him, because I just feel like it's, to me, a special birthday or a special occasion that she's acknowledging, not just a annual birthday reference. Okay? Is he turning a certain number? Okay.
I think so.
Okay. So give it some thought. She says he deserves it. And she's really, really, really happy for you. Has he become more expressive lately, or opened up more in a way that she makes me feel like she's really happy for you about? Because I feel like it hadn't been that way, or it hasn't been that way. But I feel like you've always loved him. That's not the question. But I do feel like either emotionally or somehow he's opened up, or the cracks have formed, and it's a good thing, because I feel like you'll be seeing sides of him you've never seen before. In the ways that he either would express or talk about something or share something, and she's really happy about this for you, that you've got to experience this. She just kind of laughs and says, it comes with age, honey. It comes with age. They mellow with age, meaning us old men. Have you experienced this or seen this? It's just something where I feel like, I might look forward to more now, or enjoy some aspect with him now that in the past, not aggravation or fighting or anything, but just it might have felt very one-sided a lot of the time, whereas now I don't feel that. So she's really, really happy about this for you. I don't know if you've passed her age from when she died or not, but she brings up this whole fear thing of, like, as you get closer to it, or even if you'd passed it, but this whole focus and phobia and fear issue of, like, could it repeat? Is it something genetically? Am I destined to have the same type of thing? And all I can tell you, Melissa, is it's something that I feel like weighs heavy on your mind at times. You have a different outcome, my dear, she says. You're not following in my footsteps that closely. And whether you believe it or not, it's the feelings you have, the worry you have, that's just kind of like mild anxiety that you create. Okay? It isn't that, your soul's talking to you and it's like, God, I don't have much time left. That happens to people. Yours is something that's self-created, in that feeling of emotion. Do you understand what she's talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You've got a long life in front of you, she says, so enjoy it. You're not going to have the same outcome as her, not even remotely close. You will be there for your kids, physically, and she'll be there on the other side with them. why does she want to grab your one brother by the ear and like haul his ass up like he's got to smarten up? I almost feel like my grade 8 teacher, Mrs. Bigham. She would grab my earlobe or other kids and march us down to the hall. But it's like, I'm sure if we had suspenders, she'd grab us by that, but we didn't wear them. But I just feel like she's grabbing him by the ear, and it's like, he's got to smarten up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. I don't quite understand it. He does not, and this is not a recklessness feeling as far as endangerment when I say this, but he does not act his age, or he's not living a lifestyle that is reflective of an age period and maturity thing. So I don't know how old he is. And as much as she loves him, she's frustrated. And she's like, she does love him, but she's frustrated. You can't do anything about it. She can't do anything about it. She holds hope that he'll get it and believes that he will. But it just, complete frustration. So I don't know how bad it is or what the interpretation is, and we won't go into it. But just know that she's aware. And it's like she grabs his ear and wants to march him down the hall to the principal's office. Watch for your kids, and especially your younger one, but it's happened with the older one, for indications that she's around your mom.
Okay.
In the way that they talk or the way that they like behave, and like nobody's there, but something's going on.
Okay.
Watch for that, because she's really invested and involved with more than you know. And your oldest one, really, this is not a hearing issue. Make sure he hears you. I don't know why she's saying that, but it's not like a hearing problem. But I feel like he's the kind of individual you need to like kind of take him by the shoulders, not aggressively, but you got to have that eye contact, or the little bugger won't get it, or he'll act like I didn't hear you. And she makes me feel like it's not an ADD thing or any of the people label kids so much. It's got nothing to do with that. I do think there's an active issue with them, and the attention thing is short. That's an age thing, not a labeling thing. But she makes me feel like you got to be very clear with him, and you got to make eye contact with him before some things register for him. Do you see that?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
She just makes me feel like he'll come up in the sweetest way and make your day, and it comes right out of the blue. You know, and it could have come after a heated issue or after something that was like unsettling for you. It may not always be confrontation, but then he'll come up out of the blue, and I just feel like he'll be behind you. I see your back to him. I don't know if you're at a kitchen counter or something, and I just feel like he'll walk up and say something, and you just kind of melt.
Yeah.
So she's really happy, and that's a real indicator of what the type of parenting he's had, and why she's so proud of you, she says.
The B name is Brenda. That's my mother and who came through. I was 3 when she passed. It was 91. And I don't remember her as a person. I have certain flashbacks of playing with her, drinking ginger ale in the car on the way home, and having a hot dog. Like, there's just little things that I make myself remember about her. Nobody really talks about her much, so my whole life it's been this unknown, and I try to imagine who she was, or hope that, you know, she was a certain way, or things like that. But this was just amazing. It was just what I needed. It was when she talked about myself being a mother, I just needed to hear that. That was huge for me. I needed to know that I was doing okay at that. So